So, I'm back, guys. I had to talk about this again, but this time in stages. And first, I'd like to start off with the Beyond title. I guess it could make sense with Phazon and Dark Samus being gone. Anything beyond that in the literal sense. It might be a gimmick of travel or a super weapon, like how the Hunter weapons were needed to unleash Goria. Uh, and the most obvious thing being moving forward with Psylocke as the final threat, obviously. There is speculation that Tanabe wants time travel, which might involve seeing living Chozo in a Prime game of all things. The Nintendo timelines are wonky, obviously, so take this with a grain of salt, but for the most part, the first Metroid game, chronologically speaking, takes place in 20x5, Super Metroid in 20x7, and so 20x9 could be retconning Other M before Dread, but IMO, the most important thing is that it's tied with the side scrolling elements, at least in terms of timeline, directly. To my knowledge, in the beginning, it's never talked about the Cosmic Year except in Other M and the side-scrolling games. Um, so there's probably really no way to know who Psylocke is. I thought it made sense he's a Federation member gone rogue, but his planet of origin likely goes against that. I think it's gonna have to make the identity impactful in some way, enough for it to matter, because this character is actually pretty random. I was speculating that we don't see him die in space in Other M and his AI infusion, but what if Adam drifted to planet Silosis, then mind controlled in a cyborg form? So I don't know if it's just the weapon that's Federation tech or his suit, but I just thought it was his weapon. Anyways, he could be a space pirate or a type of Chozo. Maybe if the game involves time travel, the actual identity is killed in the current time, but a future or past Psylocke fights Samus, who ends up being Adam in an alternate reality. So I still doubt that. It's super unfortunate we have no knowledge. It's been said due to the nucleus, those aren't Metroids, but failed experiment Machtroids, which were seen in Super Metroid. So those might become a threat eventually, I guess. And so we see this device. We don't know what this is. Some might wonder, oh, yeah, okay, back to Psylocke actually. Some might wonder why space pirates would work with Psylocke. Well, they have no strict loyalty, as Dark Samus took them under control, along with Mother Brain, and in a way, the Federation and Other M as cyborg pirates to make military units. And so we see this device on screen right now. What if Tanabe said is true about time travel or warp travel? This could easily be the mystery super weapon, or it's a dormant state of some ancient creature. The Machtroids might absorb the power of the super weapon and cause mayhem throughout space-time with Psylocke. If you didn't notice, the Beyond logo is purple, and so is this device or creature, maybe implying some connection to the concept. Now, you can see a little, like, purple part of it. I'm not trying to say the whole thing is purple, obviously. So, assuming the device is not alive, my guess is that this portal that you see on screen that Samus is coming out of is connected to the device to travel around. I think this makes the most sense. It's a travel mechanism like in Prime 2. I kind of appreciate that. Instead of, like I said in my last video, her just flying in a ship. Based on the timeline, it's possible it won't be directly after Prime 3. This is similar from what I've heard to people saying the game looks like Prime 3 because of the gunship's design and her suit, I guess. But in my opinion, from what I can tell, her iterations in every game have always looked different. It's hinted at in Prime 3, she helps design her ship in the lore. So that could be like a reason things look so different all the time. And like she mentally controls her suit, so there could be an aspect of that. Um, yeah, so can't wait for this hype, guys. This like so much hype.